on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the first carry for Sean McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you?
I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
And some space here. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Touchdown, Detroit. LaShawn McCoy with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Corey Liuget in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flushed out right. He'll let it fly in the direction again. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Edelman set to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
21.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
66. Black 20. Hurry up.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he drops this off to Thompson complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Now it's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Bennett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. On first down, Stafford here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On second down, here's Stafford. To the left side, incomplete for Julian Edelman. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And now he'll tuck it and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Corey Legion in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Edelman. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no good plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Jumbo, jumbo! Jumbo, 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 jumbo! Set! Waiting! Jumbo, jumbo!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. A give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's McCoy. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, Red! Hey. 4 down. 10. Waiting. Trouble, set.
Now Stafford. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Mike Bennett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now Roethlisberger.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Corey Legion in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That goes for a gain of 31.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Corey Legion in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now Thompson. Yeah, nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That one good for 15 and a first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Off the play fake, here's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. They give him a gain of 37. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. The Panthers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, how does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? That'll be taken in the end zone. A strong running. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of it?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hurry up, let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Corey Legent in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Here's Jordan Berry now. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Lions now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
10. Libra.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Calais Campbell in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. This give is to McCoy. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Eat these two. 4 down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some time.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Roethlisberger. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fades him off. And now he's swallowed up and taken down. Pernell McPhee. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. This is McCoy. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. Touchdown, Detroit. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
3 touchdowns and he's got him in the lead. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
77. Hey. 44. Snickers, 66.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Langford. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
8. Set. Like 5.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Well, this is caught by Ginn. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Ted Ginn's going to go past the 20. 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ted Ginn, 85 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So it was 4th down. They complete the short pass, and then boom, off to the races all the way to pay dirt.
And so many times in short yardage situations or on downs like this on 4th down, the defense gets a little more aggressive. So if you're able to pop it, right, complete a pass like that, it can break big afterwards, and that's exactly what we saw there. Short pass, long run.
So out now come the Lions.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. He can't get him down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They go down to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Hopkins hangs this one out to the right. Missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Flush to his right. And this one's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to... And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Roethlisberger will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Calais Campbell on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.